it's Lindsay. Please make yourself comfy. Grab a seat for this. Actually, this is not gonna be like a weird video, I don't think. Not yet. Anything can happen, it's 2018. From the time I was in elementary school, adults have told me, you're such an old soul. Which I actually loved as a child. I have always been 7 going on Betty White. Now as an adult, I realize that old soul is code for thanks for not being a piece of garbage like all your friends. But even I knew as a kid that the term old soul set me apart from all the other kids. And I was like, thank God. Because even I knew back then that the majority of kids that I went to school with were like the worst people you could ever meet. I've always known I'm the red starburst in like a sea of trashy yellow starbursts. Have you ever met any kids like that growing up? Like the ones who can't stop having side conversations and the ones who are constantly making noises just to remind everybody that they exist? Like I have known from like the age of like 7, 8, like around there. I've known since then like when it was appropriate to play and when it was appropriate to listen. It made absolutely no sense that no other kids could grasp this concept. And a very prominent side effect of this behavior is that this made me weird, to quote my classmates. So every day for me was like, oh, I'm the weird one, Caleb, who's going to his 4th detention this month because he stabbed a kid with a pencil. I'm the one with the issues. But I've also realized that being an old soul requires no skill. The only reasons why I was an old soul as a child is because I wasn't a jerk and I listened to instructions. That's it. Those are the only requirements. Just be a good person from like the get-go. That's all. That's not a basic concept for most of my peers, so I think I was the old soul by default. Imagine how horrible your peers must be for basic thinking and listening to be considered unusual by adults. Putting my name on my homework assignment made my teacher go, she's quite advanced for her age. Shaking someone's hand with like a half-committed eye contact type of thing made family friends go, you're so mature. Ordering a frappuccino while saying please as a teenager made a barista give me a look like she is the next Aristotle. Plus I never really felt like I fit in with my peers because I was an old soul and I knew it. Adults call an old soul, while peers call an old soul a bummer at parties. Once I went out with some friends and I volunteered myself as the designated driver because 1, I'm a control freak, 2, I wanted some excuse to like not have to drink some poison and pretend I like it. I already drink kale smoothies, I don't need anything else. So my friends for the most part are getting really tipsy, like they're having 5 drinks each. So they spend the rest of the evening stumbling around, making new friends, and confessing things like they're on an episode of Dr. Phil. And this always happens when I'm with a group of friends who are like this. There's always that point in the night where one of my friends turns to me and they go, are you mad at me? You're mad at me. And I have to go, no. And to be honest, there's some truth to that. Because, like your dad, I'm not mad, I just know you can do better. Also, I love corny jokes, but that's beside the point. Like, I could go out and have fun and not have to babysit an intoxicated human being. It's very simple. I mean, I've done it before, more than once. But this no I did was not convincing. So then the friends spend the whole ride home going, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry guys. They're apologizing profusely like your college roommate after he got caught in bed with your roommate. Another time I was at home with a friend and she was drinking and then she goes, why aren't you drinking? You should get a drink. And I went, oh no, I'm fine, you know, like alcohol makes me really sleepy. And before I could even finish that sentence, she goes, why do you hate me? Imagine being so insecure that a friend turning down alcohol is like your world crashing down like War of the Worlds. So that's partially why I don't get invited anywhere. But another reason why I don't get invited anywhere is that like my friends have a different idea of what going out means. My friend's version of going out, it means going out to the club. My version of going out is going out to see a dramatic play, which is not my friend's cup of tea. They'd rather have a cup of Grey Goose. Being an old soul is tough when you're like trying to date because you like, you know, you have standards. What you already know right off the bat if a guy has any potential and it saves you a ton of time and money. It's like looking at a turkey sandwich in the grocery store and it looks really good, but you have that instinct already to check the expiration date. So you check the expiration date and it's like no good, but you put it back and then you see like some Joe Schmo like walk up behind you and then grab that turkey sandwich and run. But this also means like I don't really have a lot of good stories when I'm hanging out with friends. Like I'm sure y'all get a kick out of hearing worst date stories. Like everybody has one. Like I'm hanging out with friends and we're catching up and one of them just goes, how was your week? And then one friend will go, you know, we were making out in the back of an Uber and then he just threw up on my pants. It was It was a lot. It was a crazy Saturday night. And then I had a pretty crazy Saturday night too. I tried a new recipe for snickerdoodles. I think this is why a majority of my friends are in their 30s. I tend to gravitate towards a slightly older crowd. Also, they're the ones that get me the most. I feel like I could have a normal conversation with them and not have to coddle them like Southern Baptist parents trying to give the sex talk. I also think we get along so well because like I've never had a partying phase and their partying phase is like over, so I have no idea what that side is like. For all I know, their drunk alter ego in their 20s could have been Logan Paul. But I don't know that, so I'm gonna turn a blind eye like when you accidentally see a public breakup in a coffee bean. With all this being said, I still love being an old soul. I love being taken seriously, and I love being able to carry conversations with 30-somethings better than a 20-something who guzzles rosé like a Capri Sun. I won't judge you if you're not like me, but like, I mean, I know you can do better, man. Just try it, just once. Please, just once. Just once. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I related to you in some way. I have no idea if this relates to anybody else at all. Because I feel like when I brag about being an old soul, like people just like get mad at me because they think I'm better than them, but like I'm not. You should see my self-esteem is like low. It's pretty low. It's like Florida low. Let me know if you relate to this like at all. I make videos every Wednesday and you can find me on my social media down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye!